don't have a home. I had a home downtown, but it's gone. It's under the water. I have nothing.
No water, no food. We got babies out here. We got handicapped people.
Everything's underwater. My wife's gone.
I think everyone is just stunned when you see the coverage. It was absolutely heartbreaking, and you just look and you think, what can I do? I think all throughout our history, people just pitched in, and that's where all the divisions really become erased, and you just say, what needs to be done? Well, let's just go do it.
After Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, so many people evacuated to Texas. Dallas and Houston were all over the news, but the 30,000 people who were in San Antonio weren't getting covered. At the same time, Victoria was talking to her parents who were volunteering down in San Antonio shelters, and they were telling her about the need. And Victoria's the type of person that when she hears about a need, she says, we've got to do something, and we got to do it now. So Victoria called all of us up and said, okay, let's do it.
Oh, this ain't moving.
Excuse me? I think all of us were probably raised to help, to look beyond our own front doors. I think one characteristic we all share is being eminently practical women.
Kids are going to go to school, and they're going to need something to wear to school, and they're going to need something to wear to school that they're not getting made fun of. People are going to go on job interviews. People are going to need clothes to work in, helping them set up a life after the initial crisis. We all met with Amy and Anita. There was that moment where they could tell we were passionate about what we wanted to do, but not only were we passionate, we had the skill set to execute. We're in the big leagues now. These people don't mess around. They get things done, and we're going to be held accountable for getting this done.
I think that we respected the responsibility that we were accepting by becoming a project of JFCS.
The Bay Area Relief.org ladies, as I call them, they've come together with systems in place in terms of collecting volunteers and how to process all this stuff.
Someone will take the plastic bag, they'll bring it over here to the first sorting area. This area, they'll make sure that everything is clean, it's usable, and we don't want to insult them by sending something that maybe has a huge stain or a hole. So we want to make sure that everything that's sent is really good.
The biggest challenge has been to put everything together so quickly, the logistics of it all.
The weeks went by and the clothes kept coming and coming.
And I was panicked. It's like, we're never going to be able to get through sorting all this. We're drowning. We need 50 people on each shift for the next week. Yeah. So as I'm driving home,
Despair.
I see this guy in front of the church, and I've got Davi in the back seat, and I basically pull in, and I saw him. He's in cargo shorts taking out the garbage.
She asked me if I was affiliated with the church. I said, I'm the pastor. She expressed a need, and as soon as she did that, I mean, it jumped in my heart that our church could do something. And I stood before the congregation on Sunday, and I said, we have to practically use our faith now. And we became the hands and feet of our faith.
We had the Buddhists, Sherpas, standing next to evangelical Christians, standing next to the Hindus, to the Catholics, to the Jews. It was so amazing to see the community spirit that people have, that is the innate goodness.
Proverbs says, without vision, people perish. People need something to work on. They need something to put their hands to.
We had fantastic volunteers come in, over 400 altogether.
And they were repeat offenders. They kept coming back.
Yeah.
A gentleman who had just come from Nicaragua, he showed up 2 weeks prior. It's his first time in the United States. He wanted to give clothes, but he only had 1 suitcase, and he said he needed all the clothes he had in order to be here in the United States, and so he couldn't really afford to give any of his clothes away. But he brought over a $20 bill, and he says, I have $100, and here's $20 out of my $100. And I want someone who really, really, really needs this to have it. So in the last box that goes out, we have that $20 bill. We're going to fold it and we're going to put it in someone's pocket with that story, because it'll go to the right person. I'm going to cry just. I couldn't believe it.
It's amazing sort of how far it had spread.
There were a lot of corporate donations. We had a lot of corporate shirts and things also.
And a lot of brand new things. It's almost one of those things you just want to burst into tears. They're brand new with tags, toys, and clothing items, and toiletries for babies. It was just amazing, and these are just groups of people who collected together, companies that worked together, and to see something brand spanking new was just so nice, because you know, if it made us feel great, that someone who has lost everything on the other end, it's going to make them feel so much better.
Absolutely.
So,
And we heard stories from San Antonio of grandmother going to the JCC to go pick up clothes and starting to cry because she said, these are new. These people don't even know us. It made a big difference.
Didn't he work it out? Didn't he work it out? Didn't he work it out? Didn't he work it out?
These are people who need, and I think that, you know, why does JFCS do what it does?
JFCS is the Rolls-Royce of nonprofit organizations. They are the Rolls-Royce because they are the finest organization established that we could have ever found. We were just stunned at the level of organization and abilities that were offered. We shipped over 2,200 boxes.
I look at it as like a tree that got rooted down, and JFCS were the roots that put us there and made us credible. They made us stable, they made us solid. So it wasn't just a group of 5 women with good intentions, it was a group of 5 women who could get it done.
There's now a network of people that if there's ever a need, there's a basis that they would come and help too.